Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, we got some shit to talk about, and this is going to be about 2-month piercing update on my 4 new piercings. If you guys remember from a couple months ago, I uploaded a video of me getting 4 new ear piercings at the same time. I got 2 Helix piercings over here, and I got 2 Helix piercings over here. So I haven't done an update. You guys don't really know how they're doing, so I figured I would just pop on here really quick and tell you how they're doing. Also, if you guys haven't seen that video of me getting all 4 of them done at the same time, I will go ahead and put that up in the corner right now, so it'll slide on out so you guys can click on it, watch me in pain. It's a good time. I have been getting piercings for many years now. I have seen some really shitty things. I have felt a lot of pain. I have dealt with a lot of weird situations, and ear piercings by far are the most difficult, the most annoying, the prettiest. I love ear piercings. Obviously, I love the look of having like really full ears, but they are extremely difficult. So it has been about 2 months now, and I would say on a scale of 1 to 10, they're about a 5. And back when I got these ear piercings, I was starting to pack to move in a couple weeks after that. So, I mean, obviously the first couple weeks I was cleaning them with my sea salt solution. I was trying really hard not to sleep on them, you know, etc., etc. And when I started packing, when I started moving into my new place, cleaning my ear piercings and taking care of them all just kind of went out the window. And don't fault me for that, because I'm sure all of you watching have done that at least once with one of your piercings. It's human, it happens, it sucks, but I just kind of forgot they were there. Granted, they have been a little sore. Obviously, Helix piercings don't, heal overnight. They do take a lot of time and a lot of TLC to get them to heal. So, I mean, they were always like kind of tender, but when it came to like, deep cleaning them with like my sea salt solution, I'm not even gonna lie, I just kind of like didn't do that. They're not infected in any way. Like, I definitely didn't let them get to that point. But the one thing I'm struggling with now is massive keloids. Now, keloids are something that I am no stranger to. I used to get them on my nose piercings, on ear piercings. It is something that is so ridiculously common. Like, it's like almost to be expected when you get a piercing. Now, I don't want anyone in the comments to say, oh, if you go to a professional piercer who knows what they're doing, you won't get keloids, because that's bullshit. It really doesn't matter. All depends on the person. Some people don't ever get them, some people get them all the time, and some people kind of get them every so often. Me, I get them all the time, especially when I get an ear piercing, and I have a keloid on every single one, all 4 of them. And you want to know why that is? Because I've been sleeping on them. Now, everyone and their mother has been telling me to get one of those travel pillows. Yes, I know. My problem is I haven't gone out and gotten one yet, which I really need to. So I am definitely a all-over kind of sleeper. I sleep on my back, I sleep on my stomach, I sleep on my sides. I'm just kind of all over the place at night, and lately I have been sleeping on my stomach, which when you do that, obviously my face is not into my pillow. I'm either laying on this side or I am laying on this side, and I have 2 healing piercings in both of those ears. So I have been laying on them, and typically when you get keloids, that usually can be caused from either changing the jewelry too early, having the jewelry that is too large, moving the jewelry, or having a lot of friction. That can kind of cause keloids. So also, the swelling is completely gone on all of them now, so the jewelry is really long, but they're still too new to change still, in my opinion. And also, like, since I do have these issues, I will show you in a second. Since I do have the issue of the keloids currently, I don't want to change them because holy hell, that would hurt like hell. So I have some on the back, and I have a really big one on the front here. And then on this one, I have a big one on this top one, and then I have some in the back. Keloids do not necessarily mean that your piercing is infected. Obviously, if you pick at them, try to pop them, try to pull them off, and bacteria from your dirty fingernails or your dirty hands gets in there, then yes, you could get an infection. But typically when you see a skin-colored or red risen bump around your piercing, that does not mean it's infected. It's totally normal. I have many different methods on how I personally cure mine. I am doing the sea salt paste and the tea tree oil because now that I am like officially moved and settled, I can kind of get back into my routine of cleaning my piercings, my new piercings at least. And that's not something I'm very proud to admit, okay? You guys know how I am about piercing care, and the fact that I've just been kind of lax lately on the new ones, it's kind of surprising to me. Like, I don't know what's going on. So tea tree oil you can get at, you know, Walgreens, CVS. You can get it in like the Band-Aid burn aisle. Basically what that does is it dries out the keloid and it just kind of shrivels it up, and eventually it will disappear. Granted, if you did wait as long as I did and you let them get super big, it can take about a month or sometimes even longer to get them to go away, or they will go away and come back, kind of like a back and forth. Kind of like herpes. It's kind of like herpes. But these aren't herpes, okay? Just, I'm making a joke. You just kind of have to take your time, and you just kind of have to go slow and easy and really kind of show a lot of TLC to your piercings. That way they can kind of go down on their own. And eventually, as the piercings start to heal more as time goes on, then you really won't struggle too much with keloids. At least you shouldn't. And then especially once the piercing is fully healed, definitely change it to shorter jewelry. You don't want to have the ridiculously long barbells in, because it can get caught in your hair, on your clothes, on anything, on your sheets, on your pillows, on your seatbelt. That's happened to me already. I'm gonna go in closer. I'm gonna zoom you guys in, and I'm gonna show you the nitty gritty dirty on how nasty these keloids are, and I'm gonna show you how I put my tea tree oil on, because a lot of people ask me questions about that. So I'm just gonna show you how I do it. That way we can kind of kill two birds with one stone. I can just see all the PETA people in the comments like just freaking raging me because I said kill two birds with one stone. It's a fucking figure of speech. Hi. Now we're really close. Step number 1. Hand sanitizer. Clean hands. Don't mind the swatches on my arm. I just filmed a unboxing before this one. Step number 2 is Q-tips. A lot of people say don't use Q-tips. I really don't give a fuck. I like using Q-tips personally to clean my piercings, so that's what I'm going to continue to do. And step number 3 is your tea tree oil. I just use the Pro Pierce. This is the tea tree oil in almond oil. I got this online, but you can just use plain tea tree oil. That is fine too. It doesn't have to be Pro Pierce. It can just be regular tea tree oil, and it'll work the same. But I'm going to zoom you in extra close. So these are the 2 new piercings that I have, is this one right here and this one over here. So I'm going to push this forward, and as you can see, right there behind the plate, you can see the keloid. So that's basically what a keloid looks like. It doesn't really hurt, it looks worse than it actually feels. So what I do to kind of dry those suckers out is I just take the Q-tip like this, and I just hold it, and then I basically just soak the end of the Q-tip in the tea tree oil. Now this can take a while because it does come out very slowly. You definitely don't need a lot of this. I just like to put enough on the end just so there's enough to kind of saturate it, so I can saturate the entire keloid basically. Now if any of you out there have pets or cats, make sure you keep your tea tree oil away from them because that can be poisonous. So once I do that, I basically just kind of get where the keloid is, like that. So you can kind of see that it's glistening, so I just kind of like to leave it like that. And I will do that a couple times a day. And then on this ear, I have the exact same one basically on the front. So again, you take a clean Q-tip, don't use the same one that you just used. And I just, again, like to just drench the tip of it. Okay, so you can see that big ass keloid right there. So I just take the tea tree oil and just very lightly go around it like that, making sure it's getting nice and drenched. Also, things like hot compresses, sea salt soaks, those are also really good for those as well. So I basically just like to stick with tea tree oil and sea salt soaks. They do look a lot worse than they actually feel. They really don't hurt that bad. They just kind of look really ugly, and they're just very like very unsightly little buggers. That's basically what a keloid looks like if you notice them on your piercings or anything. It does happen, you know, it sucks, they're ugly, but there's really not a lot you can do. You just kind of have to take care of them until they go away, basically. And they will go away, I promise. It just takes a lot of time, like I said. Yeah, that's just a little update on my new ear piercings. Nothing, like, they haven't been hurting. I mean, they've been, like, a little bit tender, but they haven't been, like, in a lot of pain. There hasn't been any pus. There hasn't been any infection. Really, the only thing I'm currently still dealing with is the keloids, which I'm honestly not surprised about. I really did kind of expect it, especially since during my move and I really wasn't taking care of myself and I really wasn't, like, you know, kind of paying attention to them really. I honestly wasn't surprised when I did see them pop up. I do think that, you know, once the keloids do go down and as the piercings start to heal more, and once I do change them to different jewelry, and I feel like it'll be a lot easier, because right now they're just kind of in like that complicated stage of like where they're still healing, but you can't change them yet, but the jewelry's too long and you're getting keloids, so it's just kind of like, oh. Also, yes, I'm aware, I know a lot of people get upset when I use the term keloid. They're hypertrophic scars. You know, there is a difference between that and a keloid. They are just referred to as keloids because that's what they look like, and technically that is what they are, but you guys know what I'm saying. So just don't get upset about my terminology and all that. I know a lot of people lose their mind when I use the word keloid. I will do a video when I do change them for the first time. Obviously, that is still months and months in the future because they are still very new and I'm dealing with the freaking Rocky Mountains on them right now, so that is down the line, but I will do it once I do find jewelry that I like and I find the time to do so. So if you guys did in fact enjoy this video and you are a piercing fan like myself, or if my piercing videos have helped you in the past before, make sure you go down and give this video a huge thumbs up. If you're new here, I just want to welcome you. I do upload every 3 to 4 days on this channel. Make sure you go down and hit that red subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future videos. But as always, I will see you guys very soon in my next video. I love you guys. Bye!